Have you ever stopped to think that your breakfast could be silently harming your health? After 60, the seemingly innocent foods we eat every morning can raise our blood pressure, damage our kidneys, and increase our risk of chronic illness as we age. If you're over 60 and want to ensure your breakfast routine isn't sabotaging your health, then you need to watch this video until the end. We'll reveal 3 common breakfast foods that could be affecting your health in ways you never imagined. By the end of this video, you'll not only discover which foods to avoid, but also learn simple, healthy alternatives that can improve your energy, protect your heart, and even enhance your digestion and cognitive function. These small changes can make a huge difference in your overall health, from stabilizing blood pressure to reducing inflammation and joint pain. So stick with us, because the health of your breakfast is directly linked to the quality of your golden years. Don't miss this chance to make changes that will improve your life for years to come. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Processed foods. In the modern world, processed foods have undeniably become a staple of the everyday diet, particularly when it comes to breakfast. As the pace of life accelerates and time seems to slip away, many people, especially older adults, have turned to these quick and convenient options as the go-to solution for their morning meals. They promise speed and ease, which, in today's busy world, seems like the perfect remedy for the early hours of the day. It's not uncommon to see older adults, especially in the US, opting for foods like instant oatmeal packets, frozen waffles, or sugary breakfast cereals. These foods are easy to prepare, often requiring little more than the flick of a microwave switch or a few minutes of pouring. For seniors, this simplicity is highly appealing. The convenience, coupled with their long shelf life, makes them a natural choice. But what many people don't realize, many seniors included, is that these processed foods, despite their apparent harmlessness, could be quietly undermining their health, especially once they pass the age of 60. As I reflect on this trend, I find myself deeply concerned. It's so easy to dismiss the dangers of processed foods when they're readily available, priced cheaply, and often marketed as convenient. However, it's critical that we take a step back and truly understand the potential hazards they pose to our health, particularly for older adults. The issue isn't just about convenience. It's about the cumulative effect these foods can have on our bodies over time. Consider the case of Robert, a 72-year-old man who, like so many others, spent years eating the same simple breakfast: instant oatmeal and packaged pastries. It was quick and easy, Robert says, recalling his morning routine. I didn't have to think about it. It's easy to see why these options became his routine. They fit perfectly into his busy mornings, saving him time and mental energy. There was no decision-making involved, just a simple, routine choice. But everything changed one fateful day when Robert's doctor showed him the results of his latest checkup. The numbers were alarming. Robert's cholesterol levels were higher than they should have been, his blood pressure was dangerously elevated, and his overall health was at serious risk, all linked to the very breakfast choices that had seemed so harmless for years. It was a harsh wake-up call, one that hit Robert hard and set him on a path of re-evaluating his diet and lifestyle. This revelation was shocking, not only to Robert but to me as well. It's incredibly sad to think that so many seniors are unknowingly putting their health at risk with food choices that they've come to trust and rely on. The story of Robert serves as a stark reminder that what we eat, especially in our later years, can have a significant impact on our well-being. But what exactly makes processed breakfast foods so problematic for older adults? Dr. Williams, a renowned expert in senior nutrition, provides us with a clear and straightforward answer. These foods are often laden with excessive amounts of salt, unhealthy preservatives, and hidden sugars. He emphasizes that as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to these ingredients, and what might have been tolerable at 40 can become a serious health concern at 60 and beyond. The simple truth is that our bodies change as we age, and we can no longer process these additives in the same way. Dr. Williams' words resonate deeply with me, as they reflect the reality that many older adults don't fully realize the extent to which these foods are damaging their bodies. For example, foods high in sodium can lead to elevated blood pressure, kidney strain, and an increased risk for heart disease, conditions that are already prevalent among seniors. To me, It's heartbreaking to know that so many seniors remain unaware of these hidden dangers lurking in their meals. Let's take a closer look at some of the ingredients in a typical breakfast. That packet of instant oatmeal you might grab when you're in a hurry, for instance, often contains around 200 milligrams of sodium. It doesn't seem like much on the surface, but when you consider that it's just for one small meal, it becomes significant. For individuals who already have high blood pressure or who are at risk for it, this extra sodium could be harmful. Sodium is a silent contributor to high blood pressure, and over time, it can have serious consequences for cardiovascular health. Then, consider the frozen waffles that many seniors opt for. These little golden squares, while crispy and delicious, are loaded with preservatives designed to extend their shelf life. But over time, these preservatives can exacerbate inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a hidden enemy that contributes to many health issues, including joint pain, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The preservatives in these foods may not seem like a big deal in the short term, but cumulatively, they can make these problems worse, and seniors might not even realize that their meals are playing a role in their discomfort. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Here's another reality that many seniors may not be aware of. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at processing excess salt. When we were younger, our kidneys could handle high sodium levels with greater ease. However, after the age of 60, the body's ability to filter out salt diminishes, which means that even small amounts of salt from processed breakfast foods can put additional strain on the kidneys. Dr. Williams sees this problem frequently with his older patients, and he's not alone in his concerns. It's sobering to think that something as simple as a salty breakfast could cause so much harm to seniors. But the issues don't stop there. Excessive salt intake is linked to a host of other severe health problems, from stroke to heart failure. While the effects may not be immediately apparent, they slowly build up over time. And then there's the problem of preservatives. These chemical additives, commonly found in processed foods, serve to extend shelf life, but they also contribute to widespread inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation, when left unchecked, can lead to chronic diseases, including heart disease, and can exacerbate conditions like arthritis and even impair memory. The older we get, the more vulnerable we become to these conditions. It's concerning to think that so many seniors are unknowingly exacerbating their health problems by eating processed foods. If these issues aren't addressed, the long-term consequences can be severe, and it's something I feel passionately about, educating seniors about the risks of processed foods and empowering them to make healthier choices. It's deeply frustrating to realize that many of the foods we think are harmless are causing us significant harm over time. I feel this frustration so intensely because I've witnessed firsthand the effects of these foods on loved ones and patients. People who have unknowingly spent years eating these foods without understanding the serious, long-term risks they pose to their health. What's even more upsetting is that these foods are marketed as being convenient, quick, and even nutritious, which makes it difficult for people to recognize the real dangers lurking inside. The good news is that some of Dr. Williams's patients reported significant improvements in their health when they decided to cut out processed breakfast foods from their daily routines. While it's important to note that this isn't a cure-all for every ailment, it is certainly a positive step forward. Many patients feel more energetic and less sluggish, which makes a huge difference in their daily lives. Others have noticed that their joint pain has lessened, and some have even seen improvements in their blood pressure levels. These changes might seem subtle, but they can have a profound impact on an individual's quality of life, especially for older adults who have been dealing with these issues for years. However, there's a catch. In response to growing health concerns, many food companies are now marketing what they claim to be healthy processed options, specifically targeted at seniors. These breakfast bars, drinks, and pre-packaged meals promise to be packed with vitamins and minerals that supposedly help boost overall health. On the surface, these products seem like a great option for older adults who are looking for convenience without sacrificing nutritional value. However, Dr. Williams is cautious and warns his patients not to be easily swayed by these claims. Just because a product is fortified with added vitamins doesn't automatically make it a healthy choice, and this is something I fully agree with. The truth is that, despite the added nutrients, many of these processed foods still contain hidden dangers, such as processed sugars, artificial preservatives, and other harmful ingredients that can wreak havoc on our bodies over time. These ingredients might not cause immediate harm, but over the years, they can contribute to a range of health issues, from inflammation to digestive problems and more. So, while these foods might look appealing at first glance, the reality is that they often do more harm than good. The key message here is simple. Don't be fooled by flashy packaging or marketing claims about added nutrients. These so-called healthy options are often not as beneficial as they appear, and in many cases, they are still packed with ingredients that we should avoid, especially as we age. It's a trap that many older adults fall into, thinking that they're making a good choice when, in fact, they're not. At the end of the day, the bottom line is this. Processed breakfast foods, though convenient, are not the best option for older adults who want to maintain their health. The quick and easy choices might seem tempting, especially when life gets busy, but we must not ignore the long-term consequences they can have on our bodies. As we get older, our bodies become less capable of handling the same foods we once could eat without issue. This is why it's so important to make smarter, more intentional choices about what we eat. Instead of relying on processed foods, we should be shifting our focus to fresh, whole foods that nourish our bodies and support our overall well-being. Yes, preparing these foods might take a little more time and effort, but the long-term health benefits are well worth it. Our bodies deserve better than to be subjected to harmful, processed ingredients, and we should be more mindful of the choices we make, especially when it comes to what we put into our bodies. With the right food choices, we can give our bodies the care they need to thrive for years to come. 2 foods high in refined sugar. Let's take a closer, more in-depth look at a sneaky breakfast danger that many seniors, especially those over the age of 60, often fail to recognize. Foods that are packed with refined sugar. You might assume that indulging in something sweet in the morning is nothing more than a harmless treat, a comforting way to start the day. After all, who can resist the allure of a warm pastry fresh from the oven or a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice to complement a hearty breakfast? These choices often seem like a pleasant and well-deserved way to energize yourself for the day ahead. However, what many seniors fail to realize is that this seemingly innocent habit may be unknowingly laying the groundwork for a host of serious health issues, many of which develop gradually and can remain undetected until it's far too late to reverse the damage. Refined sugar, in particular, poses an increasing danger as we age, and its long-term effects can be profound and life-changing. Take Linda, for example. At 70 years old, Linda had always thought her morning routine was both healthy and balanced. Every day, she would start by pouring herself a glass of orange juice, followed by a cup of sweetened yogurt, and then treat herself to a delicious fruit Danish to round out her meal. In Linda's mind, this routine was the perfect way to begin the day, refreshing, flavorful, and packed with nutrients. After all, she reasoned, she was getting fruit, dairy, and the occasional pastry as a treat. So what could be wrong? Linda's seemingly innocent breakfast habit took a dramatic turn when, during a routine checkup, she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It was a wake-up call she never saw coming. I was shocked, Linda admits, reflecting on the moment. I never realized just how much sugar I was consuming every morning. I thought I was making healthy choices. It wasn't until her doctor sat her down for a thorough discussion about her diet that Linda fully understood how much hidden sugar had crept into her daily routine. What she had assumed to be a harmless breakfast was a sugar-laden bombshell waiting to wreak havoc on her health. Dr. Williams, Linda's physician, explains why sugar becomes so much more dangerous as we age. As we get older, the body's ability to process sugar declines significantly. When you're younger, your pancreas can produce insulin efficiently to regulate your blood sugar levels. However, as you age, the pancreas becomes less efficient at this task, he explains. This means that when seniors consume sugar, their bodies struggle to manage it as effectively as they did in their youth, which leads to more extreme and damaging spikes in blood sugar levels. For seniors, these sugar surges can have severe consequences, often resulting in insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and a higher risk of developing cardiovascular diseases. Point 2. 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Dr. Williams often uses a striking demonstration to help his patients understand the gravity of the situation. He shows them how, surprisingly, a typical breakfast could contain far more sugar than 4 standard-sized candy bars. Many breakfast options, particularly fruit-flavored yogurt, which is frequently marketed as a healthy choice, contain as much sugar as a scoop of ice cream. Similarly, that seemingly innocent glass of fresh orange juice, which doesn't have any added sugar, is packed with concentrated sugars from multiple fruits. Without the fiber that would normally slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, this juice causes a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. Even breakfast cereals that advertise themselves as heart-healthy or low-fat can be loaded with sugar, sometimes containing more sugar per serving than a chocolate chip cookie. These hidden sugars can be incredibly misleading, especially with all the clever marketing designed to make them seem like a healthy option. Unfortunately, seniors, who may be more trusting of these claims, are often the most vulnerable to the dangers lurking in these foods. This combination of sugar-laden choices and an aging body's decreasing ability to process sugar sets the stage for serious health challenges, making it vital for seniors to be more mindful of their breakfast habits. Let's delve even deeper into what occurs within your body after consuming a breakfast that's rich in sugar. Within just a few minutes of eating, your blood sugar levels spike significantly. This sudden surge is a major stressor for your body, particularly your pancreas, which is already under increasing strain as you age. In response, your pancreas has to ramp up its production of insulin to try and control the overwhelming rush of sugar entering your bloodstream. The body's immediate reaction to this influx of sugar is to produce more insulin, but there's a catch. Over time, your body's ability to produce insulin efficiently begins to weaken. The insulin that is produced is less effective at controlling blood sugar levels, making it much harder to stabilize those levels. This puts added pressure on your organs and systems, leading to a cascade of potential health issues down the road. The situation doesn't improve as time progresses. Dr. Williams, who frequently sees patients struggling with these issues, warns that about 2 hours after eating a sugar-heavy breakfast, the body's blood sugar levels will experience a dramatic crash. This crash is not only uncomfortable but also potentially dangerous, especially for older adults. As your blood sugar drops, you may start to feel fatigued, shaky, irritable, and unfocused. These physical symptoms can be alarming, and many people, particularly seniors, instinctively reach for something sugary to alleviate them. This creates a harmful pattern where low blood sugar is met with an influx of more sugar, ultimately leading to yet another blood sugar spike. The cycle of spikes and crashes repeats itself, each time leaving you feeling even more exhausted and out of balance. Though reaching for another sugary snack might offer temporary relief, it only perpetuates the cycle, causing your glucose levels to become even more imbalanced. This pattern, when repeated over time, can become deeply ingrained in your daily routine, and it can be incredibly difficult to break free from it, especially without realizing the long-term consequences. As we age, our body's natural ability to regulate sugar diminishes, making it even more important to pay attention to the foods we choose to consume. What makes this even more concerning is the fact that many seemingly healthy foods are loaded with hidden sugars, which can have a much larger impact on your health than you may think. For example, that fruit-flavored yogurt cup that's often marketed as a nutritious breakfast choice might seem like a good option at first glance, but it could contain far more sugar than you realize, masking the true damage it's doing to your body. Similarly, fruit juices, even those labeled as freshly squeezed or natural, are often packed with concentrated sugars that can flood your bloodstream in much the same way as soda. The absence of fiber in most juices also means there's nothing to slow down the absorption of these sugars, which makes it harder for your body to process them efficiently. Breakfast cereals, which are often advertised as heart-healthy or fortified with essential vitamins and minerals, can be just as problematic. Many of them are nothing more than sugar-laden products disguised as wholesome meals, which can be extremely misleading, particularly for seniors who are trying to make healthier choices. It's all too easy to overlook these hidden sugars, especially when foods are marketed as healthy or nutritious. However, these sugars can significantly affect your health, causing long-term damage if not managed properly. Dr. Williams often shares a story about one of his patients, Margaret, who had always considered herself mindful of her diet. Margaret had always chosen what she believed were healthy options, but when her blood sugar levels were checked, she was shocked to learn how much they spiked after her morning meals. "I had no idea how much sugar I was eating," Margaret confesses. "I thought I was making the right choices, but now I realize that even foods that seem healthy can be harmful if you don't pay attention to the sugar content." The unfortunate reality is that many seniors don't fully understand the risks of sugar-laden foods until they start feeling the negative effects. Fortunately, the good news is that with increased awareness and small adjustments to one's diet, it's entirely possible to break the cycle and take back control over your blood sugar levels. Opting for a more balanced breakfast, one that's rich in fiber, healthy fats, and protein, can help prevent those dangerous spikes and crashes that can leave you feeling drained and irritable. Choosing whole fruits over fruit juices, opting for unsweetened yogurt instead of sugar-packed versions, and being vigilant about hidden sugars can all make a huge difference in your overall health and well-being. Making these small but important changes can not only help you feel better day to day, but they can also significantly reduce the long-term risks of developing serious health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. To sum up, the hidden danger of refined sugar in breakfast foods is real and often overlooked, especially by seniors. While the effects may not be immediately noticeable, the damage builds up gradually over time, potentially leading to a range of health issues. However, by becoming more conscious of the sugar content in your food choices and making better decisions, you can protect your health, maintain more stable energy levels, and lead a happier, healthier life. It's never too late to make small, thoughtful changes that can have lifelong benefits. In addition to sugar, fats, especially the ones commonly found in traditional breakfast foods, can also pose a significant risk as we age. Think about those comforting morning staples: crispy bacon, greasy sausage, and buttery pastries. While they might seem like harmless indulgences that make breakfast feel like a treat, for many seniors, these foods carry hidden dangers that can greatly affect long-term health. These high-fat foods, particularly those rich in saturated fats, can contribute to heart disease, high cholesterol, and obesity, all of which are concerns that become more pronounced as we age. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Take David, for instance, a 75-year-old man who had always started his day with a hearty breakfast. His usual choice was 2 fried eggs, accompanied by a few strips of bacon and a slice of toast. David believed that his substantial breakfast would fuel him for whatever the day might bring. However, little did he know that the combination of fats and processed meats in his breakfast was silently contributing to his declining health. While his breakfast may have seemed satisfying at the moment, it was setting him up for problems in the future. As we age, it becomes even more crucial to pay attention to the impact of our food choices on our bodies. The combination of excess sugar and harmful fats can create a perfect storm of health issues that many seniors unknowingly face. By opting for healthier alternatives and being more mindful of portion sizes, seniors can take control of their health, avoid unnecessary complications, and enjoy a longer, more vibrant life. 3 strips of sizzling bacon and a couple of slices of golden buttered toast. This had been David's go-to breakfast for as long as he could remember. It was a comforting routine, one he believed to be the best way to fuel his body for the day ahead. "I always thought I needed a hearty breakfast at my age," David says with a nonchalant shrug. "It was the kind of meal I thought would give me the strength to power through my day, to keep my energy levels high, and to keep me going strong." If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, you may relate to David's mindset, thinking that such a breakfast could provide lasting energy. But everything changed for David during a routine checkup when his doctor took one glance at his cholesterol numbers. He immediately became concerned. The numbers were alarmingly high. David recalls the sense of shock in his voice as he tried to comprehend what was happening. "It was a complete surprise," he admits. It was then that David began to understand the real dangers he had been unknowingly exposing himself to. What he had thought was a simple indulgence, the kind of meal anyone could enjoy, was doing serious harm to his heart health. The foods he had believed to be innocuous were, in fact, much more dangerous than he had ever imagined, especially for someone of his age. Dr. Williams, a highly respected cardiologist with years of expertise, explains why high-fat foods, like the ones David had been consuming, become even more problematic as we age. As we get older, our metabolism naturally slows down, Dr. Williams says. This means that our body can't process fats as efficiently as it did when we were younger. He emphasizes that meals that may not have posed much of a problem years ago, like a greasy bacon and toast breakfast, can now have devastating consequences on one's health, particularly on the heart and overall energy levels. What's even more concerning is that, as we age, the body becomes more sensitive to the harmful effects of fat, and it's not just about how well we process it anymore, it's about how our bodies react to it. When we eat high-fat meals, like those greasy morning favorites, our body is forced to work much harder to process all the fat, diverting precious energy away from other vital processes like cell repair, maintaining energy, or supporting overall well-being. It's a harsh truth, but the comfort foods we once thought were harmless indulgences now present a much larger, more concerning issue for our health, especially as we enter our later years. These meals, once seen as an easy pick-me-up, are now contributing to a deeper, more troubling health risk. The main culprit in this unhealthy breakfast scenario is saturated fat, a particularly harmful type of fat found in popular breakfast foods like bacon, sausage, ham, and even buttery pastries like croissants. Saturated fats are especially dangerous because they raise levels of LDL, low-density lipoprotein, cholesterol, commonly referred to as bad cholesterol. Elevated LDL cholesterol can lead to plaque buildup in the arteries, which over time can block blood flow and increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, or even a heart attack. And for seniors, this risk is even more pronounced. As we age, our arteries naturally become less flexible and more prone to damage, which means they are less equipped to handle the increased plaque buildup that comes from high-fat diets. This creates a dangerous cycle, one that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. Dr. Williams has seen this scenario play out time and again with his patients. A lot of my patients don't realize how much a fatty breakfast can affect their energy levels throughout the day, he explains. They don't understand that high-fat meals require much more energy to digest. So when we eat these fatty foods first thing in the morning, our body expends all its available energy just to break down the food, leaving us feeling sluggish, tired, and unfocused. For seniors, this energy drain is a serious concern because we need our energy for other critical tasks, such as staying physically active, maintaining mental sharpness, and managing our daily responsibilities. And on top of the physical toll, there's also the insidious threat of inflammation. Dr. Williams points out that consuming large amounts of saturated fat, especially at breakfast, can trigger inflammation throughout the body. For seniors, this is far more than just a mild inconvenience. It can lead to chronic issues like joint pain, digestive troubles, and even a heightened risk of developing conditions such as arthritis or diabetes. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. David never imagined that his breakfast choices were putting so much strain on his body. Now, he understands the need to reassess his dietary habits and consider healthier alternatives, ones that will nourish his body without compromising his health. The lessons he's learned serve as a wake-up call for all of us, reminding us that the choices we make today can significantly affect our health tomorrow, especially as we age. The inflammation triggered by a high-fat diet can be insidious, gradually acting like a slow poison that affects everything from your mental clarity and mood to your physical mobility. Over time, this steady assault can drastically diminish your overall quality of life, especially as you age. Take the case of Martha, for instance, a 68-year-old woman who, for years, enjoyed a flaky, buttery croissant as part of her daily morning ritual. I thought croissants were a lighter choice compared to bacon and eggs, so I believed they were a healthier option, she reflects, with a touch of regret in her voice. What Martha didn't realize, however, was that those seemingly innocent, delicate layers of pastry were secretly packed with a significant amount of saturated fat. One single butter croissant can contain as much saturated fat as 4 strips of bacon, something that escaped Martha's attention for years. Martha had no clue that her light breakfast choice was quietly sabotaging her health. It wasn't until she began experiencing a series of alarming health issues, aches, fatigue, and shortness of breath, that she started to connect the dots and understand the deeper consequences of her food choices. The reality is that high-fat breakfast foods, whether it's bacon, sausage, buttery pastries, or even cream-filled coffee drinks, can do far more harm than good, particularly for seniors. As we age, our bodies simply lose the ability to process excess fat with the same efficiency they once had when we were younger. While indulging in these foods once in a while might seem like a harmless pleasure, regular consumption can lead to serious, long-term health risks, such as heart disease, high cholesterol, and joint inflammation, which ultimately reduce our ability to live an active, fulfilling life. The unsettling truth is that many seniors, like Martha and David, often don't even realize how much these fatty foods are taking a toll on their daily energy, heart health, and overall well-being. It's not just about making healthier choices, it's about fully understanding the profound and lasting impact that our food choices have on our bodies as we age. As we enter our golden years, it becomes more crucial than ever to reassess our daily routines and to pay closer attention to what we put on our plates. For seniors, the goal isn't simply to fill up, but to fuel the body in ways that support heart health, maintain energy levels, and encourage longevity. As Martha now understands, I truly believe that making small positive changes in the foods we eat can lead to big improvements in the quality of life. It's often the small, seemingly insignificant changes that can make all the difference. Swapping out that greasy bacon for a heart-healthy alternative, like avocado or a vegetable-packed omelet, might seem minor, but it can have a profound impact on overall health. Over time, These small choices compound, helping to enhance energy, reduce inflammation, and ensure a healthier, more vibrant life as we continue to age. It's never too late to take control of our health, and sometimes, it's the simplest changes that make the biggest difference in the long run. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you gain a deeper understanding of the impact your breakfast choices can have on your health, especially as we age. Have you learned something new today? I'd love to hear about it. Please take a moment to comment below on one thing you've learned and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. If you like this video, please leave your comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to me, and together, we can continue to spread valuable knowledge to help others live their healthiest, most fulfilling lives. Stay tuned for more insightful videos, and as always, take care of yourself. Your health is your greatest wealth.